So one of the fun things you find aboard Mikasa, and what I'm starting off my update with today, is this wonderful model display. Now, I'm not going to give you a zoom in, I'm not going to give you a lot of pictures of them because I want you to come here and see them. It's gorgeous, it is a wonderful model display. It's really, really detailed and gives you a lot of really cool history. And that is something you find when you come to this ship. It's been really well preserved, and there's been a lot of effort put into making sure the history is as touchable and interactive as possible. A good example of this is all the interactive displays. Some of them which are quite big, and you can just touch various things and things happen on both a small screen and a big screen. It's full of information, it really is cool. And there is of course the ship itself, which you can wander around, touch and maneuver and manipulate. It's full of bits which allow you to feel to actually touch the history. And as a historian, that is something which I always like to see. Things that allow you to touch the history, to embrace it, because there's something about being able to touch things for humanity that allows us to connect more deeply with our past, with our history, with the knowledge. And this ship is full of history, it is full of knowledge. Today is our last day aboard Mikasa, and it has been a highlight of the trip for me. It has been a massive highlight of the trip. It is well worth visiting. It is something which is gorgeous. And when we look at it like this, and we see it in the whole, it is just a truly magnificent piece of heritage. Now, one of the interesting questions I've been asked is whether or not she's a historic ship. Well, you see, to be a historic ship, you tend to have to have a certain amount of your hull original components preserved in their original order. It's roughly 80%, I think, and she has roughly 60% because of what's happened to her, because of the explosion, because of the way she was treated to preserve her in the Washington Treaty, which was a bit vindictive. I'm going to say this now. The Washington Treaty was a little bit vindictive when it comes to Mikasa because, let's be honest, she was no threat to a post-World War I dreadnought. She was no threat to a post-World War I cruiser. There's an argument as well whether she was a threat to a post-World War I destroyer. But the thing is, they insisted she had to be encased in concrete, and so she was. And so this is how she's preserved. Encased in concrete, but still here, still beautiful, and still definitely worth a visit. And still flying the flag proud of her nation.